Hi, my name is Yutaka. Yeah, I know. I froze because I realized what we have to talk about. Yeah, we have to talk about Shudder's most recent flick, Infested. I am highly arachnophobic, and so having to sit through this film several times, it's not my idea of fun, but I have to admit, it is one hell of a horror film. It comes from Sebastian Venecek, who is actually now going to be, I don't know if he's writing, but I know he is directing an Evil Dead spinoff. And honestly, based on this film alone, ooh, does that have promise? Basically the story around this Infested is a group of residents of a rundown French apartment building battle against a deadly army of rapidly reproducing spiders. Yeah. And when I say it's not just one, obviously it's letting you know there are a ton. And throughout the filming, they used real spiders, which only added to the level of terror for me. I mean, if you're not arachnophobic, you might not get the same like out of it as I did, but I was like, I wasn't having it. Okay. And at the center of the story, though, you have Caleb, who is grieving the loss of his mother and kind of acting out in a sense, does not get along with his sister, Manon, who is trying to fix their place so they can sell it. And in this, I mean, and let's also kind of go back to the rundown apartment building because it's deteriorating. It's dirty. You could tell even some of the residents don't care about it. So, it's pretty interesting to see that once these people experience this outbreak, they're put on lockdown. And this film almost then becomes somewhat like wreck. And I kind of like that. And so you've got this group who are trying to get out of this apartment building, gather as many people as they can, and, just escape. And of course, there are some really intense sequences. And even more so, you do get to briefly meet these residents. There are those that are within this community are highly respected. And so it does feel like there's a little bit of more emotional attachment to them. And you've got your core group of friends, because there is some strife within the group. And they are trying to get out of this building alive. And these suckers are fast. I mean, they are fast. They're like at you, and it's just, oh god, it just gets me. There are actually legitimately earned jump scares, and there is a sequence that is so terrifying to me, but it is similar to like Cloverfield when they're in the tunnels, but this one is amped up, like really amped up, and you can feel it. And because also that this building is deteriorating, there are like light switches that are on timers. If you know about spiders, they're more, they like the dark places, seriously. So, obviously it's all about keeping on the lights or, and just maneuvering around them. And again, these suckers are fast. They're fast and they play to that. And on top of that, they really know when to use the score perfectly because it just adds to it. It makes like it's certain like you could feel it on your back. You know what I'm saying. If you don't like spiders, I'm going to tell you to watch this because it's a great horror film in terms that it's going to scare the living out of you. There are some really great things also because you do get to see the fractured relationship between Caleb and all these other individuals and how he pushes them away due to the grief of his mother. He's also the one who introduces that spider into this element. It's like, dude, you need to like bring down the like whiny woe is me BS because it's kind of your fault. Just saying. His sister, I really liked Menon. One, she didn't put up with his crap. And two, though, she also is like, I'm not gonna sit here and like, just she's like, I can do this. We can get out of here. Let's go, kind of thing. And then you kind of add in a little bit of police brutality because again this becomes somewhat like wreck when they are locked in this apartment complex again of all these freaking spiders. and it just adds to a really nasty element that is sure to get under your skin. I personally, again, like I said, I do not like spiders. I am highly arachnophobic, and I still managed to really get into this film. They knew how to make a good claustrophobic environment. The creatures were nasty. Again, they used real spiders through a good portion of the filming. There were some CGI spiders, you could kind of tell at times, but it didn't really distract from the movie overall until this is my complaint though, until the ending. Now, I'm not saying the ending is bad. I'm saying that the ending kind of took me out because this entire time I am on the edge of my seat. I'm, watching these spiders crawl on these people. And on top of that, they do a great job of just like, they're focused on the person. And then behind them, you see something. You're like, what was that? No, uh-uh. And so I love that, but when it got to the end, it was like I remember I was watching it when the scene just started because it became chaotic. I'm like, "What in the Jurassic Park or eight-legged freaks is happening? What? We're doing this? No, damn it." Like, I don't know. I was kinda cackling a little bit because and maybe that was good for me because I truly when I say I was terrified most of this film, I mean it. So, some people may like that. I just thought that was a little cheesy, but it did not ruin the movie experience at all. The movie succeeded in what it meant to do, and that was to keep my heart rate elevated and to get me on the verge of passing out because again, I really don't like spiders. Uh, Also, I do think it was very well acted for a horror film. I found it to be very tense at times. They did really great job with the lighting and sound design, like ooh, the creatures and just like the pitter patter of them walking across all the walls and floors and ducts. Oh my god, like it sets me on edge, and it literally was something that kind of it's a thing of nightmares. I would highly recommend it. It's on Shudder. Seriously, check it out. And also it gives you a good idea, really, of what we may be in store for with the next Evil Dead spinoff. I think this director has promise, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see how this turns out when that comes out. But hey, let me know. Have you seen this film? Are you just gonna pass because you just don't like spiders? I totally get it. Not judging. Wouldn't judge you on that. Like I wanted to, but it's like I kind of want to see this, and I regret it. But I'm happy I saw it. But I regret it because ooh, it got me good multiple times. Earned jump scares. So I really do like ooh when things pick up and that score picks up and those things start moving. It got me. It got me good. I was like, "Oh, god." Anyways, let me know in the comments down below. Have you seen it? Did you enjoy it? Did you not like it? And what are some of your favorite creepy crawly flicks? But hey, it's still a really good movie. I would give it a 4 out of 5. I mean, it's an effective horror film. Um, and as well, yeah, because even that ending didn't ruin it for me. That's my review of Infested. In the comments down below, let me know. Have you seen this? Are you not going to see it? If you have seen it, what you think? What do you give it? And are you looking forward to the next Evil Dead spinoff? Till next time, y'all.